Alright, so it's been a bit. We last played Friday. On Friday, we finished creating the main family, like their starting family. So can you see them down here? You can. Perfect. Their traits are not correct, so ignore their traits right now. I have to fix those. They're like that because I was getting screenshots of them. Patrick O'Malley and Nora O'Malley are the grandparents in the main house. And then Kaylee O'Malley and Finley O'Malley are the main parents that will, like, start our decade's legacy. So they are all complete, besides me fixing their aspirations and traits. They are all dressed. They have all their outfits. I am so happy we finished those last week. And that was our goal, and we did it. So that's done. Now, we have to start the main lot. And if you remember... Oh boy. We are creating like a little town on the main lot. So Rose has started, well, actually she's finished some of them, but we're not seeing them quite yet because I have to download CC. She's creating the town lots over here. These two lots are the main like in-town lots. So all these three lots together, especially because when you are like down there with a sim, you can see all of this. You can walk through this. It's perfect. So it'll be like this little town like trio of lots. We are creating the main house lot where they live, but it's also going to be a business, and it's also going to have the church, the school, and the stable on it. So it has that like feeling that you live in town, not just a random house on a lot in the, you know, middle of nowhere. So we're going to attempt to build that. Rose is doing all my other building to start us off because she's amazing. But I at least want to build my main house lot because I like to have something that I did. And then everything else is from you guys, basically. Like, I make main family, I make main house. Rest is always you guys, no matter what challenge I do. So, yeah. And then all of these will be, like, houses. These are all houses. This is the train station. All built by Rose to get us started. And then all the townies, everything is from D-Sims to get us started. And then you guys, once we're started, then anything else we need, it'll come from you guys, like, the general community. So, yeah. So we're gonna attempt to build. Good luck to me. I'm so excited. I am excited, but I get stressed. It's probably why we're procrastinating. It's fine. Now, I probably want to build in actual build mode. Yeah, that should be fine. That'll be good. So yeah, we're just gonna build. So my goal today is to get like the shells of everything up. So like get the shell of the main house, get the shell of the school and the church, because I mean they're boxes, it shouldn't be too bad. Get the shell of the stable, and even if they're not in the spots we want them in yet, I'll at least have the shells up. So I think that'll be good. That's my goal. We'll see what we get to. So this is the main lot, yes? And if you don't know Henford or The Sims, I'm going to show you something. This is the biggest lot, 64 by 64. I wish the other ones were this big too, but it is what it is. I wanted to make sure we were here because it's just a great central lot. But, if you notice, Sims can walk all through here without, like, going through a loading screen. Sims can access over here and here. They can do all the stuff. They can go fishing. They can go swimming. There's bridges that cross, yes? You might remember these from my other decades, but maybe you weren't here. You don't remember. This goes over here. Your Sim can walk here, again, with no loading screens. This is going to be a little train station depot here. Now, we're going to have to imagine that the tracks continue on. We'll only see a little chunk of it. But I think when you're zoomed in taking pictures, it will be fine. But then, look. There's paths, right? There's the river there. If you keep following this path, you come over to another buildable lot. This will be a chunk of town. And if you keep following the paths, there's a bridge over there. Same place, right? If you go over here, there's another chunk of town that you can build. Now, if you want to play on the lots, you will go through a loading screen. But you'll be able to see the lots and walk to them. Like, I think that's so cool, and that's why I picked this. It's gonna be so cool. And then again, all these bridges, all of this is functional, and then you can come back to the main house. Like, it's so good. I'm very excited. So many little sheds. Oh, all these. I am gonna download, there's a Henford Hider mod. So, like, this truck would be deleted. Any of the, like, super current stuff gets deleted in that. I will be getting that so that we don't have that. But otherwise, it's gonna be so cool. How can you build on it if it's not the actual lot? Those are the lots. So if you notice, this is a lot, this is a lot, that's a lot, and this is a lot. This I can't put anything on. But there's already stuff. Like, this is a functional fishing pond, like, in the game. Yeah, but they can walk through all of that and like use the bridges and stuff, so it will look like they're going through town. I'm so excited when I remembered that when I was choosing like where to put this like start of the Let's Play. I was like, wait, that's literally perfect because it will at least feel like it's all in town, and it is. They just have a little like garden part in the middle. I'm so excited, and they have fresh water running through with the river and stuff, so like they're set. They're perfect. And then you would assume like the mill, you know, comes from the water there. Like, so good. This is cottage living world. Cottage living is essential, man. That's so good. Yeah, you can like hover these. So there's the lot. There's the lot. And this. The ones that are flashing. I think you can technically see up the hill, can't you? Or no? No, you can't see the hill stuff. There's some PNG cows over there. The rest is like where you have to actually like go out in the map and click the next section. But I love Henford for that because you can see so much of the map from each section. But yeah, so that's like a little miniature of the Mercantile. So the Mercantile, if you've not seen Little House, it is where the little general store is in town. The Olesons own it and they live in there too. So we're gonna create that, and then hopefully with the mod where you can have business and residential, it'll be a functional store, but we also will live in it. And I think that'll be so fun. That's something I've literally never done before in the game. Yeah, so I'm literally gonna mimic it, but it's not gonna be the Olesons, it will be the O'Malleys, you know? But I am gonna mimic the build, including the inside. And then obviously we can change things as we see fit over time and whatever. Like, it's just gonna be heavily inspired by. So let's just start. We just have to send it. Oh, let me get my other pictures open too. If you don't know, the actual set of Little House, all of the buildings from the outside, they were physical buildings, but shells of building that were placed in the town layout. So that was all real, but there was nothing on the insides. The insides were all filmed, obviously, on a stage, you know, studio thing. So sometimes the outsides don't make sense to what's inside. They do a pretty good job, I gotta say. I think because most of the builds are like square, so you can't really mess it up too bad. But so the shells are like, they're real shells from the pictures and stuff. Those were physically down, those weren't, you know, made up. But the insides don't always like make sense. So yeah. I see inside the Olsen store in my mind now. I know, that's perfect. I don't even know where to start. I'm just gonna start with the box. How about that? We need, and well, we could start with a porch too. I hate starting. And they're on a foundation, at least in the one picture. I'm gonna start with a box so I can mess with it. There. They are on a foundation because there's stairs going up to it. This picture is literally 2 pixels big. What are you doing? Okay, so I have some real pictures from the show. And the recreation picture, which the recreation picture, my gosh, it looks exactly like the real one, so I can easily use those. How many stairs do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4 in all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So give or take some stairs. Let's at least get the front down. And we can use door... Well, I got this. I got this. I'm not built since I last built. Let me see how tall that makes stairs. I'm not built since I've last built. No, please. Okay. Here. Hello, Kabo. Hello, Brooke. Welcome in. So that would give you, what, 1, 2, 3 stairs? So maybe a tad bit higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so that's the height of the foundation then. That's good to know. And then we could do a whole separate porch piece too here. I build very chaotically, so I know you're all holding your tongue right now. I'll ask you if I need help. It's a process. It'll end up looking fantastic, don't you worry. We need not platforms. Not decks. We should be able to just do it that way. Or just grab these. Here. It is such a process, and then getting into it and then also knowing you're live, it's just trust the process. Trust it. Because that's the same as if you do that, yeah? Yeah, it is. Okay. We're gonna do this here. I'm gonna start by making sure we have the shape of this thing. So they have a porch, and it wraps around. And let's figure out how big this part is, too. I'm gonna assume it's not a huge porch. It's, like, enough to put chairs on. So for Sims, we're gonna want it to be at least 2. Holy wind. The storms here. We know how you build by now, unless people haven't seen you build before. Yeah. You know it ends up looking fantastic. And I might not do the best, like... I don't use a lot of, what is it called? Like, hotkeys. I will click the longest route possible sometimes, and people are, like, cringing, and I'm like, listen, it's just a process. My brain clicks what it knows to click, and that's that. That would be... Depending on... We might make it 3D, but that's something we can change. Now, let's try to see how big the front would be. So they have a double pane window. We're gonna use placeholder windows because chances are I might use CC windows unless something in the game works great. They have double pane. We could probably just use 2 placeholders right now. Let's go like that. And then they have... The door is on a diagonal, right? Yeah. Let's see. That's where my other photos will come in handy here. It is. Which we can do that in Sims. It's just a lot. Wait, that one has different windows. Where's the one from the movie? They have window panes. One window on the side, it looks like. And that starts going this way. Let's see if I can make that. It's like this, with a window here. We'll see. And we can always make things bigger to fit Sims things, too. If we have to expand everything. But typically, we build too big, so I'd rather start small, I guess. Because we could always expand it. And then, where's this? So it goes like that. It has to go this way. My poor walls here. It's weird here. We want this to go... Oh no. And then they have a nice little double door there. I think it's a double door. I'm trying to think in the show. Don't they open 2 doors or is it just 1 door? I think it's a double. Let's grab a door placeholder. Hi, Beebs! Welcome to this! Welcome. It's called Steph Uses Her Brain for 2 hours straight. We just need a door. Theirs has, like, glass and stuff, but we can always figure out the actual door later. Start with this right now. Placeholder. Thank you. How's building going? We've just begun. 2 hours in, it's fine. Okay, okay. And then it turns back around, so this... So that's the bad thing about building it like this. And we'll make it work. I actually started the build, can you believe this? This wraps around, and it's skinnier going that way, it looks like. See this, too. Yeah, yep. Oops. I thrive building off inspo photos. Like, I do it myself, but I'm gonna be heavily inspired. That's the way it goes. Wait, these are very tall ceilings. They're not gonna be that tall. That makes much more sense. Okay. So you've got, like, 2 there. This might be smaller, but we'll see. And then the 1, and then a door, and these are all placeholders. I'm gonna say it because someone's gonna say, that doesn't match. Yeah, I know. And then this goes back down. Did I get a picture of that? We have the side part on the back. Okay. So in this, let's see. Luckily, so having D-Sims and Rambling Rose have done so much for me. Because the CC they compiled is very helpful. I still have to go through and download it, yes. But when it's only coming from 2 people and one's cast and one's build by, they're not getting like duplicates of things, they're getting what they need. So I start by downloading what they've picked out first, and it's been a blessing. It's been so nice. Oh yeah, we can't do stairs on a diagonal. Actually, is it like that in the real picture? Hold on. Actually, no, because they do have a square even in the picture, don't they? It's squared off, so... Oh, I see. It technically is like... The stairs go this way, but they attach in the middle, but we won't be attaching in the middle. That's okay. It'll be close, though. And then this looks like it goes like this. Obviously, this might need to go back farther. We are building the, technically the Oleson's Mercantile, but... The O'Malley Mercantile. We got this. I'm using, so I'll be honest here. I'm using a picture of the real thing from the show. I'm using pictures of miniatures remaked of the show, like physical IRL miniatures. And I'm using Sims pictures of someone else who has built it. And I'm combining the 3 because I get different angles from all of the pictures. So that's why I'm like looking at them all like, all right, how did you do it here? How did you do it here? How did you do it here? Okay. Because here they go back one, and then this has windows. Let's see. I'm so sad the timer messages broke again. They were doing so good, you know? Apparently some Twitch AI changed again and it messed everything up. And then, so that's how they do it here. How do you do yours? Yours is fairly similar. I'm putting everyone's brains together from all of these. Good night, Alaska. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, I see. Do my thing where I've made a working steam train? Spoilers, but I did. That looks amazing. Wait, how did this person make stairs go diagonal? Y'all, I think they use shelves. So, because like I said, I have a picture of a sim build and then like non-sim builds. They use shelves to make the stairs connect to look like they connect in the corner. We could totally do that. That's, genius. That's so good. See, on this person's build, they have these windows separated. Oh, it's stairs. It's shells. We'll have to test it. Hello, Kuri, welcome. I'm building, imagine that. Oh no. The one person didn't, but the other person did. So this person, they do separate the windows. Okay. And then we'll go look at the original too. Oh man. I'll show you what they did. They built in a diagonal. It looks diagonal, but it's actually straight. If building diagonal is possible, I wish. Yeah, no, they, let's see. So if we have stairs here, let's just go like this. We'll literally make the stairs because this looks genius. You have them here and then here, right? And it looks like we would want them to be all the way in. You have this. In the show, these are connected, and like in real life, you'd be able to walk up the diagonal technically. Can you even? Wait, let me look at the real life picture, because there's a post in the way. Hold on. Yeah. I'm not building this whole house on a diagonal cable. There is no way. No, it's like this. Wait. Yeah, so there is still a pillar in the real one right here, because it's going to hold the awning over it, obviously. It actually holds the second half of the house over it. But I guess in real life, you wouldn't walk into the pillar, you'd walk around it. Okay. All right. So then this person, a person who built this in Sims, I literally don't know their names. Because I just took screenshots to have inspo from all different areas. They took the shelf in game. Yeah, hold on. This is genius. Let's say probably surfaces, right? Yeah. They took that plain, like one of these. Objects on. There you go. Think about follow. We'll come in. They took these, right? And obviously they matched colors and everything. How did they do it? Because you can't. It's attached to a wall. Or unless did they use planks? Maybe they're planks. Yeah, because otherwise they... Wait. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's just what's being mean to me. Got it. They went like this. And somehow made these all match. Oh, gosh. It looks awful. Like, to make it match. Like, imagine that, but the shelves actually match. They crossed them like this. So it actually looks like they connect. It's blowing my mind because now we're gonna have to do that, and and I'm gonna have to sit here doing that. Not right now, but when I do. So it looked like stairs all the way up. That's genius. What the heck? All right, I'll leave that there to remind myself later. Yeah, they chose like the same color, and then it's a little bit thinner than the actual stairs, but you don't notice till you stare at it. That's smart. That's cool. So it's not functional, but who cares if that's functional anyways, because these parts are. And there will be a pillar here too, so that's cool. I like that. Alright, now this... Let's see. So we have the base part of the store here. This builder, again, I don't know names, so I'm not even calling them by names. They did them separate. But I believe in the real picture, they're connected. Yeah, in the real picture of the real build, they are connected, so I want them to be connected, because I don't see why not. And they're connected in the miniature version, too. Okay. So then... How about the side? Is there a picture of the side in these miniatures? See, it looks like they're even connected in the side, because it looks like they use the same window. And it's kind of throwing me off. We could do that. I feel like it might even be this small. Because that's the thing. We're going to have to make this bigger, but I kind of want to start it small, and then we can expand. We could use planks. We could use planks, but they would have to be ones that we could color, because the stairs are white. Good night, Mickey. Thanks for hanging out. And then for the build... I'm gonna try building off of the miniature and the real one first, and then if I get stumped for Sims ideas, look at the Sims ones. That's kind of why I did it. Sometimes things in Sims are weird. Like those stairs. I would have, like, I mean, maybe would have thought about it, I guess. There was a possibility we could have, but... Chances are we might have been stumped, so to just see that is like, oh, yeah, that's good. So this goes out enough to have another window here. And then this keeps wrapping around. And then there's a little back... What do they put there? Is that... Is that the entrance to their storage on the side? They have like a side thing with different doors. Yeah, that is just their storage unit, isn't it? So they must bring the horse back up to it to unload the carriage into it. I know I'm not looking at the exact picture I'm looking at because it's too many screens to share, but... Okay, cool. Let's see. So they have stairs going up there. Because this goes out here, big enough to fit a double door. What the heck was that? I hope that was our neighbors, otherwise something just fell. This fits a double door. Now, this door is not an entrance door. I guess to show you that, let me pick a different door. Yeah, I think we will make our own sign, because the sign on the actual Mercantile, you know, looks like just letters smushed together, and that's what they do in the Sims version too. So we will do that. Alright, let's show that because this is storage doors. So that'll be our placeholder to show us that. Then this... Is there any other pictures of this? I need more, man. I literally want to just open up the show and just start, like, going through and watching it so that we can see everything. Let me get all of the miniatures open. I have this one. Yes, I have this one. I have the back of the building. Wait till you see that. It's something else, that's for sure. And then, oh, I have this side of the building. Because they have a little garden area, which is actually perfect. I kind of forgot they have that part because we can totally have our garden in The Sims in their garden area. And then is this a different picture of the back? No, same one. This one's different though. Okay, good. This gives me the whole back of the house. The back of the house is not very pretty. It's kind of funny. So the front of the Mercantile is adorable, right? But then they obviously build on so that they can have a house, which it doesn't look as great as the front because it's the back. So, like, it doesn't have to look great. But it's interesting because it's literally like this giant rectangle slapped on with a little roof and a chimney pipe. Which is perfect for Sims. We can do that. I can totally do that. Easy. Let's see. This. We'll go back here. This is probably going to have to be a little smaller because their storage room is not that big. We can squish it in. Oops. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get the shell of the build and then I can add, you know, everything else, but getting sizing down for Sims. We want this to go up here. Since I didn't make these separate platforms, it's rude. And then that, I think, goes one more over. Let me go see how the Sim builders did that one. Yeah, they made that one a little bit wider here. And then... That's interesting. So they did make theirs 4 wide in this one. Let's see what the other person did. They did it more small like mine, because I think it is smaller. Oh, they made this smaller too. See, that's so interesting. That's what's hard. It's like... Okay, so I can do this a couple ways. I want to do it the most realistic way, as long as it still works in Sims. But it's hard with the few photos. It looks like... so these miniature photos here, let me show you my inspo here. I'll show you what I'm working with and why it's a little bit tricky. So, obviously these photos are all tiny and not the best resolution, because this is from the actual show. So this gives me a good front view from the show, but you can only see so much, but that helps me see like the windows and stuff. And then this is the show as well, but again, it's still rough, but you can still see some things. This is a miniature recreation that mimics it like almost perfectly, because this isn't supposed to be an inspiration, it's like a mimic. So I can see things way better in this picture, like the stairs and everything. But this part right here, the horses in front of, they're miniature horses in the way, so I can't see how far this is coming out. But based on the stairs here, it's enough that they can walk here and walk over. So that's probably what I'll do. And then this is the back of the house. Like I said, it's literally a rectangle like slapped onto it. It literally is. So... yeah, I guess that does pop out enough. But then it looks like it goes back. But it's so hard to see. And then in the Sims recreations, the one really mimics this where it like pops out. It's like one square that pops out and then it goes even. Because it's supposed to be like a way to walk up, which I could see that. Actually, yeah, that looks probably the most realistic. And then... and this will all be, like, on stilts and stuff. So in that case... you can just add one tiny little platform, yeah, here. Oh my gosh, the sun is out. That tree was from me! Oh my gosh. You can do one platform. Let's do that. Would this go here or one back? I want to see this based on the miniature. Based on the miniature, this window and this being 2 tiles long looks right. And this being 1 tile looks... It might be 2 tiles. Well... Yeah, no, that is 2 tiles. Do you want to know why? Oh my gosh, the build on this... Oh, gross. It's 2 tiles because the edge of this has the post to go this way, so this has to be 2 tiles. It's been super cloudy and on and off stormy here, so the fact that the sun's out, I'm like, oh my gosh. So yes. So this makes sense because this is an addition. That's why that's like that. And then the stair goes like right here. Come on, Sims. So there's a stair that goes up there. Okay. I see you. And then they're able to walk through here. This is all an awning. And then this is open. And this is enough to fit the window and then go back. And then this goes back with a weird slanted roof, which we will kind of be able to do, but we'll see. I think so. Yes, that looks right. And then that being too wide, I think would be correct there because it takes out from that. That looks right. Okay. All right. And then technically, oh my gosh. Look at that baby. All right. Stairs. Let's see. This one is over here. That's from me. All right, next one's on court. So, yeah, and that's right. It matches the window. Give or take a little bit. Okay. Think that follow. Welcome in. I see it. Here you go. Oh, you the sweetest baby. There you go. Is that better? Yeah. Welcome back to my mock-up of the Mercantile. It's not much, but it's honest work. Alright, okay, we don't need this. I can get rid of this. Let's keep adding on the pieces. Then we can make it pretty. Now, the back of this lovely house and the 2nd floor. I guess, let me start the 2nd floor, because that will help me know how big the bottom needs to be too. Because I'm starting small, because if I need to expand everything... Either way, you can either start big and go small, or small and go big. It's not too hard in Sims. Either way, you're gonna have to either add a block or take down a block. Now, the top. This is where everyone's like, are you really only gonna put 1 window? And it's like, well, if we want a mimic, yes. If we want to change it up a bit, no. Kind of like when we remade the Little House for 1700s, which... I should have saved for this, but I didn't know we were doing this. I technically changed some of the windows because it looked ridiculous in Sims. But we'll see. It's at least a centered window. I mean, it's pretty good. Now, this is where this will go over an awning. Does it go like this? Oh. Hold on. Give me the square. Let's see. This is like... Look over the whole thing. It does. Oh wait, that's one more. That's why I'm like, it's like really big. There we go. So it goes over like that because it's enough to cover, it's actually enough to cover all the way up till here. So it goes 1 over here. Now, it looks ridiculous right now, but wait till you see the whole thing because it makes sense. Yeah, okay. And then this, there's a roof that's gonna go over that, which we can do that in Sims because we can pull it up. All right. A salt box style. Yeah, they literally like slap on this box and then they put the roof so the water runs down, and that's the back of the build, which is great. I can do that. A literal box here. Now, when I put it like this makes it look super wide, but it's also The Sims. Let me go look at the other pictures from The Sims and see how wide theirs are. Theirs are probably... because this could be squished in one, technically. But we do need it to be big enough, like, I have to be able to fit the whole store in here. So, like, it may have to be this size. And once you cut this up into, what's it called? Bedrooms. So I'll keep it what it is, but we can see if we need to truncate it down or make it a little bit bigger. Now, per the actual build, they have, like, one window here. And that's it. Now, they do have windows on the side, though. Let's put them in their rough spots here. They have, like, a window. It looks like it's centered to the build. Like this. Give or take, depending on how the rooms are up there. And then... on this side, technically there is also only one window. It looks like it's back, maybe somewhere here. Probably depends on what is there. And then... the back of the house will have an add-on which doesn't have windows right there. So let's try to get that part of the house on too. So there is a little side part. This side part is actually like their parlor area. The entrance to just their house is over here. Now, how far back does this start? Right when the roof goes down, it looks like. It starts really far back. That's interesting. I'll have to figure out exactly where it starts, but somewhere here, because there's enough, again, to fit one door. So one door tile. Let's just grab a random door. Like right there. And enough to fit a window. Just a little bit away from the door. And then it goes out probably about here. And then this... let's see the back picture. Oh, there's a picture of the side. Perfect. So this goes out... I don't know. I guess it starts... it matches that, doesn't it? Yeah. This ends up matching this. And that's where their whole back part comes in. There is magic happening here. It's coming together. You just wait. That's the back part. So, what is in there? I'll have to look in the inside picture. This goes somewhere here. What is this? I go look at picture. Hold on. What did they make this in The Sims? They didn't. That's what. They didn't. That's why the one build of this is like an inspiration of it, I feel like, and the other one's like a mimic. Interesting. Interesting. Let me see what the other build did. Hello, little birdies. I knew how to use tools so I could extend the tracks further out from the lot. Oh, like off the lot. That would be really cool, but yeah, I don't know how you would do that. Because I would love it to look like it just goes through the woods, but I don't even know how we can mess with that. Tool scares me. I almost got it back today and I got scared. Welcome in, Pierre. I got scared to add it back because I always feel like it breaks my game, but I don't think it actually does. I think it's just coincidental, and then I blame Tool because it's new. But we'll see. It's like, it's so stressful for me. Wait, the back of this house isn't even right. Even the builds I'm copying, yeah, they are just like very large inspirations of the build, where I'm really trying to mimic. The parts I can't mimic are the parts we changed to fit our Sims, obviously, are different, but... oh. Oh no. I just realized something. The back of this build, technically the terrain comes up to it. So it's on the same foundation, but the terrain is higher. Oh no. Oh no. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can do this in Sims, but I don't mess with terrain! Beeps, oh my gosh. You're going out of my comfort zone? I know, and I'm trying this whole thing. Like, I've been going out of my comfort zone too. Like, even just how we're choosing to start them off in a store and everything. And the way I dress them, they're not poor farmers and stuff. So, like, it's all been different. So, we could try the terrain. The one build does make the terrain go up, and it makes it make sense. And I'll show you the picture as to why here. Alright, so, again, these are the best pictures I'm going off of right now, which are the miniatures. We'll zoom in a little bit. So as you see in the front, here is the part that goes back to here. Half to lurk and half to aw. Perfect. I'll add those in just a second. You can see how it's like high enough to need 4 or 5 stairs here. And it stays that way through here. But up here they have like the, what do you call that, lattice, and then back here I think it's brick. Okay, that makes sense, right? And then it wraps around. You can see over here it stays that high. But if you notice back here, the terrain is rising. I know this is a small photo. The terrain rises back here to match. And then when you look at the back of the house, suddenly this door matches the level of the land because it's rised back there. So they don't need stairs back there. They just step out onto the ground. And you can see that here too. Terrain! And then it hits the fence basically, and then it goes back down. So, yeah, if you notice, it looks like this is... I mean, the fence kind of goes up higher here, doesn't it? Yeah, because look, so the fence starts in the middle of the house here, but it starts down here on the... Oh. Okay! Oh, and look, there's lattice here too. Terrain is scary because, for one, to make it look good is one thing, but to make it functional for a sim to walk on is another. So we would have to make sure it's flat enough on the back for them to, like, get up. I can try it. If it's too hard, we can just use stairs, but I will give it a shot. How about that? I tried terrain for 5 seconds for the 50s challenge when I almost made one of those houses that, like, had the garage where it was down low, like, sunken in, that whole style. Me not trying to build, I don't blame you. Oh, but this, I mean, it's gonna look amazing. But here's the other problem. Before I mess with terrain, I better make sure it's where we want it. I never use terrain because, if you remember, I assume we're gonna want it towards the front of the lot, because when they spawn in, they're gonna be here. But we could put it on the corner too. Actually, the corner would be really cool. As long as it's playable, which I should be able to be over here. The corner would be cool because the corner stuff. But I also could put it way in the back because here's the problem. We're going to have a schoolhouse, and we're going to have a church, and we're going to have the stables. Because it's supposed to look like town, and then if you missed earlier, this is a town lot and this is a town lot that Rose has made, and they look amazing. They look like you're literally in a little town with tons of buildings. So I'm mimicking that over here too, so that it's just like, it's 3 parts of town, they're just spread apart by paths, you know, because Sims, but it'll still look amazing. So I almost want to make it like a little town square, like you're into town, because we basically have 3 town squares essentially. Literal squares. So I could put the store in the back center, and then have like the church and the schoolhouse and the stable. Stable we probably want close to the road. Beebs killed it, Nick. Or this could be here on the corner because it would look cool with the road here. And you could have the stable out back and then, like, church in the corner. Church could be a diagonal building on the corner and then have the schoolhouse over here with a little, like, play yard. That might actually look really cool. So I feel like I should not... If I want to do terrain, I can, but let's not because we can't move terrain. At this point, I can still move the building, but I won't be able to move terrain. So I may give my hand at terrain, but, let's wait till we have the buildings first. And then we'll try. And if I give up on terrain, well, guess what? They'll just have stairs to the back too, you know? It'll be fine. But I might try. Also, I need to look, Rose, I need to look at what you did. You put terrain paint, right? I need to look at what terrain paint you used. Did you make it kind of match this, maybe? Because I want to make sure that this mimics, like, that part of town too. Okay, well, let's just focus on buildings then so that we can still move them. Because if I build, you know, 4 separate builds, we'll be fine. And move them, and we might mess with terrain then. Okay, let me show you these pictures. So some of these pictures were for another thing we were talking about, but I'll show them too because I opened them all. So, indoor plumbing. They will not start with indoor plumbing, but in the show, they do end up getting plumbing later, which is where this is from. But I do want to leave the spot that they will have that. And based on one of the other builds, they do have the indoor plumbing. It's like by the stairs. So we'll just leave a spot for where that will be in the future. But in the beginning, they will have an outhouse. And then this was showing like their bedroom. A piece of it. But these pictures, these are some very good pictures. That's very helpful. So I can see the windows a lot better, and I can see how the stairs are here. So, oh, we need stairs here. So that's perfect. This one, you know, is obviously a fuzzier photo, but you can still see how this is made back here with the windows. Same thing with this. This is another miniature recreation, isn't it? They do it so well, though. I mean, people who miniature recreate are literally doing, like, 1-to-1s or, like, whatever their scale is. But, like, everything is perfect where it would be. If you, like, expanded the size of the tiny building to be a big building, it would be the exact same. So, these are good. So, they have those, like... Oh, do they call those French doors? Their front doors are kind of like French doors. Where they, like... And they open, like, in, it looks like. The first flushable toilet was made for Queen Elizabeth I. I think I did know that. But not, like, to whip out the fact. Yeah, so that's all that miniature. And then this looks like the real one. Like the set one. Put stairs all the way around. Maybe... money, I guess? I don't know. 'Cause yeah, they just put a bunch of random stairs. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some of this looks like it got built on, you know what I mean? But, like, the original part? It's a good question. Alright, those will be good photos. Let's see where I was at. So for that, that's why this part is, like, it looks way too big. But I think... it's because this part's too big. But some of it, I guess we have to see in the game. Where's the other front picture? This picture? Are the windows just bigger? So in that, like, front picture, the windows take up this whole section, essentially. So really, this probably has to be squished in. And then this probably needs to be squished back. It's gonna be so small. But sometimes, I mean, we think it's small, but then we put stuff in it and it's not. So I guess we'll see when we actually put stuff in, too. Because this, like, this could go over 1, but I feel like Sims proportions, this would not be good as 1. Yeah, the roofs, I mean, the roofs will change it, too, but I haven't touched those yet. But these, yeah, let me try a bigger window and see. I think the window size is throwing me off. Because they are big. I mean, for that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 5-pane windows. Like, they go 5 down. The little windows go 6 down. Because upstairs, they have little windows. Downstairs, they have big shop windows. Yeah, Sims need space because, like, counters and all of that. And if it's actually functional to buy stuff, they're going to need to move around. But... it's like putting food on my plate. I always put way more food than I need. What, Minnie? You're good, honey. Go lay down. You just had stuff. You're all set. These? Actually, those aren't too shabby. 1, 2, 3. Those are 4-pane. Those are a nice big window. What's this one? Do I have expandable build by? Wait, oops. No, I don't. I did not download that. Dang it. What to say? Because these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-pane windows. But they're decently close. Do these come in white? What do they look like next to each other? Hold on. Because the ones down here are so big. You'd have something like that. That's actually decently close. But yeah, if you're going by that proportion, then it would need to go like a hotel inn. That's gonna make it really, really small inside. Because in here, we have to remember there's gonna be stairs going up here. The counter is here. A door goes into here, and then this goes into the storage. And this part will connect to that storage, because doesn't it go into the storage room there? This one? Wait, or this one? Oh, that has a panel on the bottom of this. There's this too. Oh, that's the same one. Let me sort this by Snowy Escape real quick. And we can get CC windows, but we're just trying to get the main vibe. Snowy Escape. Because they have... That's what we have. Oh! Wait, are those shut? Wait. Oh, it has privacy light. I'm like, why can't I see through those windows? CC. I know. It's good stuff. Those ones are short windows. Interesting. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to get the vibe when we lay it out, but then I'm gonna have to get CC, I'm sure. How small would this be? I guess I need to see. You haven't used CC windows? There's enough in-game ones to use? We will see, we will see. Because this could go... Hold on. Is audio skipping? I hope not. If you squish this in... You wouldn't want that, though, because they walk back here. I'm gonna go look at my other picture. Just you, Jen. I do know audio skips on Twitch sometimes, like... Especially on mobile, sometimes I'll have it skip. Where it's not the stream or anything, it's just, like... The app freaking out. Where is... I have too many tabs. This one. This. Here, let me show you guys this, because you'll see the inside of the store. Because I just assume everyone's seen Little House knows what I'm talking about, but you don't all know, or maybe you don't remember. Alright, so here's the inside of the store. Here's some pictures from the show. If you notice, the stairs are here. So the placement of that, per our game, is, like, right here. They start to go up, because then there's, like, shelves here, which in Sims is gonna be a pain in our butt, but we'll figure it out. And then there's a door, like, right here, off the stairs that goes back into their, like, house. And then this is the front counter, so they have shelves and stuff behind, and then a counter, and then, like, there's, you know, grains here, and they have candy here, and all of that. And then, like, this is back into their house part. That's their dining room in the house part. But yeah, I think, yes, we need to add size reference things. Like, how big is the counter gonna be? Because their store is small. Because their front door is kind of, like, right here. To the store, it walks in, and then they have a couple things out like this. And then they have stuff back here. And then that's because, like... This table here, this is the end of those tables. And they have, like, stuff on the walls, and they have this, and this stuff back here, and then they have storage. So, like, it's a small store because it's a small town. And then they order in whatever people want to order. And they buy, like, eggs, and they'll sell eggs, and all that kind of stuff. So... Yeah, let's try some reference pieces to see before I change the entire build. Stairs. So, in-game... Stairs... Oh, these are Snowy Escape. Doesn't really matter. We can replace them. Stairs would end up being like... that. Give or take. Because the door here is just a door. We might even need it to be... not need it to be that wide. They show that part in the show a lot. That's why I'm like, I need to go take my own screenshots of this show. Little house. Ones I know are very white. Yeah, because the problem is, like, the shelves don't have to be functional. They could be for the business stuff so people can buy, but even if they weren't, that's fine. But the problem is, when you put stuff under the stairs, it breaks the stairs. But yeah, based on how big those stairs are, and the fact that in the show it goes to the wall, this place could be smaller, but Sims proportions too. I have so many tabs open now. Where did that picture go? We do have a local recolorer, you are right. You are right. She's pretty fantastic too. Okay. Huh? Where'd my other pictures go? Oh, they're there. Yeah. Okay. So, this could be squished in, which makes sense for this, but let's see if it will make sense for the table. Let me see here, too. Oh, here's a good picture. Here. Here. Wait, this is actually a good picture too, even though it's a recreation. The amount of recreations of the show. I mean, it makes sense, but it's pretty funny. Yeah. Okay, look at this. Oh my gosh! Look at this too! Oh, I wish it was better quality. Alright. Here is a picture from the show. This gives you a better, like, it's a small store. The front door is not much farther in front of where the picture's being taken. We gotta remember a stove too. So this door is the one that goes back to their house. So this being 2 tiles in the game is probably about right, because there's some room there. Definitely some room there. And then the stairs start to go up here. The counter, they just have enough space behind it, so for the Sims to go behind it, we need that. It kept flooding Mrs. Oleson, that's what... Let's see. I have so much open. That's what this picture's from. Yep. Because she used it before it's ready. So we have that, but also, here's the other pictures I just found. Where'd they go? This is like a paper recreation, but I think it gives you a great look of how big the store is. So these are in the windows. There's 2 counters, the stuff under the stairs, their, you know, thing back to their place, front counter, and then over here you can't see it, but this would go into the storage, and then that's the front door. That's actually a great representation of it. And then this, I was oohing and awing because this looks like a very blurry picture of a miniature recreation. But same thing, you can see where they have stuff in the windows, they have stuff under the stairs, counters, counter, door. Wow, so for them, for real life, the stairs basically go up to the front of the building. And then they must have a little turnaround upstairs. This is so much because we are piecing so many pieces together. That's gonna be so fun. Like, making it functional too. Alright, let's see. So, per that, under the stairs shelving, see, probably. Because there's just no way, otherwise it's just gonna be blank space. Let's see. This... Let's grab a counter. Now, in the game, we'll need a cash register, so cash registers sit on normal counters, don't they? And for Sims, they need room to walk here and here. So essentially, your counter's gonna be here. But, we're going to want wall shelving. And... Where's that really good picture? Their wall shelves, they're kind of like, they pop out. And this is where we're going to need more room in the Sims. So, yes. Let me place down things for sizing purposes. They won't end up being these things, but... I guess they could be if I choose the right one, but you know what I mean. Because we could do in-game shelving. There's good CC open shelving, but essentially something is going to be bumped off of the wall. So we have to remember that. Whatever it is, it'll be bumped out. Lights, please? I'll get some lights in a second. I'm just getting some placements. So just imagine that there's going to be stuff back here. I don't want to put too many lights because I end up losing them and then I get stuck in the walls and then I get confused. Here you go. Here's something for you. Now, a Sim can walk back there, I think. Can they? Or would they need to be out a bit? I actually don't know. Let me grab a register for the sake of the fact that there's gonna have to be a register. Do they even have a register? Or do they just write everything down? But in game, we have to have a register. I can get the old-fashioned register, but we have to have a register for it to work in game, even if they don't. They can walk on a half tile, which that is technically a half tile. So I think that would work. Now, the stairs. And the stuff in the center. So, theoretically... Where is... let's see. Don't we have, like, in-game display stuff? Yeah, I feel like, because they wrote everything down, remember? They would write stuff on people's tabs, and then, yeah, I don't think they have a full-on register. It's not in the pictures. But in-game we'll have to, unless there's a register, like, re-mesh where it's not a register. Yeah, because they don't have a giant fancy register. Very interesting. Isn't there, like... Hold on. Can we do all surfaces? Give me, get to work. Aren't there display counter things? Yeah, I just need the mimic of a display counter, essentially. Like these. Like, that's kind of the understanding of that. They have one later, they might. Yeah, we would just do a register like that. So yeah, our build is a little bit big. Which is fine, because I don't know till you put stuff in it. Because then they have stuff in the window. So imagine stuff over here in the window. And they have stuff in this window. And then they have stuff here, and we can always, you know, make things a little longer, whatever. Okay. And then if we had stuff that can go under the stairs. So the part that's too big was this part, and actually that's not a bad idea if we do make that a little smaller. Okay. I think we can make this work. Which part do I want to squish now that I have so many pieces? We might want to make these two different rooms for a second. If that was like that, that would be more like... I get so stressed building. It's like annoying. We are calm and fine. It's because so much like thinking, it's just not... It's hard to stream. Where's that one good picture I just had open? Which tab is it in? This tab, okay. Literally me when I build for a floor plan, it's just like you're... It's so much thinking, it's hard to be entertaining at the same time, and we don't get the views we get if we're building, so it's so much stress. If you get it, you get it. I'm just doing my best. Alright. I may literally build off stream so that we can get to the fun stuff, I guess. But I also have to edit off stream too, so I don't know. This would come into... And then this here. Give or take some things. Actually, that's looking very close to what I have up. And then they have another set of stairs over here. Actually, I mean, in the one picture, that's a lot smaller. What about the real picture? Yeah, that's probably how it's gonna have to be in Sims. No, that works, because we could put stuff here. And still have them access here. And potentially walk in front. That looks fine. Okay, let's fix this. And then these would be like, yeah, again, if you just had these. And then we need our stairs back for size. And then this, where's the one picture of it going back? I can't figure out on the pictures. All right, so the back of the house, I mean, this does bump out forward, so I think this needs to bump out one more. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Because they have a little front part before it turns. But they have room for a yard. And this would match the roofing over, and then, okay, So this would go in one too, which would help with how big this was looking. And then this, because this still looks too big. But that might just be a Sims thing. Oh, wait, I see why it looks too big. Because this part is a slanted part. So it's actually like this. Oh. Okay, and then once I put the pillars, that makes sense. Because this is actually a slanted roof part. This whole piece. I don't even know what it's gonna look like inside. So technically this goes like this. Which makes sense with this. Okay. Yeah, I see now, Rose. I see now. It popped in my head. That's what Rose was talking about. Literally in my head, I'm like, okay, I see. That's why that looked ginormous. It wasn't that ginormous, because that would be roof. Now, where is the angle of this place from the other side? I think it's in a miniature. Yeah, so on this side, they do just have the one window, and I think it's literally, like, centered. And then this part does look right for Sims sizing. And then there would be a stair here. Okay, things are coming together. So this needs to go like here. Oops. They do have a little landing there, it looks like. Yeah, they do. So I need a little square. These? There we go. And then this would go like here. I don't like how it keeps cutting into the house. Depending on what the paint looks like, that might bug the crap out of me, but we'll figure it out. So that's right. This is probably gonna have to go out one unless I squeeze this here. For Sims purposes, that might have to be a double. Because Sims loves cutting into walls. It's probably gonna be similar to that. We'll figure it out once I actually put down the pillar. Yeah. Well, luckily, alright, let's see what the foundation is. I want to use the lattice. I guess with the lattice, you can't tell as much that it dips, but it just does that when you put stairs. Hi. Alright. I don't, yeah, why does it cut so bad? Do you see that? Why? And if you put it out, like, you're just gonna have, like, that, and you don't want that either. We'll figure it out, but just squint. It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. Okay, let's see. This part. This part of the house. Look at all these nice pictures. This picture's a good picture. So there's, like, 2 windows. Realistically, they look like they're about here and here. And then this roof does a funny little thingy. And there's technically a little awning over this. I know, the edges are wild. I guess, like, cause, wait. Let's see if this would change it. Where's my real pictures at? We have what? Oh, yeah. Because even the flat ones, it still dips. Yeah, why does this have such a big edge? And then it cuts the edges if there's stairs. That's so weird. A flat fence. Can you put fences down there? Underneath? On the part back. Well, no, because that has that too. Someone go find some CC lattice. What is this called? Foundation covers. Because technically theirs is way smaller anyways, so... Huh. Maybe when it has pillars and the stairs are white and the lattice is white and the house is white, maybe it will all go together and we won't see that. But those of you here watching me build it, you'll remember. Every time we see it, we'll be like, thank you, Sims. Oh, okay, this part. It's a vision. It's like, I just want it to be done, but I want to do it. You know what I mean? Oh. It's like when you're so antsy for the final product. This part goes back. Okay. I guess a good way to see if I have this right is to start some roofs, but I don't want to, like, have to fix the roofs. Because this goes back, so is that not... I'm gonna go open the Sims builds I saw and see how they did the floor plan. Wow, floor plan. Whew! Speech be with me. So... Actually, how did they do the side, too? I'm gonna compare this to some of the other Sims ones. I'm curious. So they made this part a little bit smaller here. This is squished in one, which I could see. That might need to be squished in one. It's so hard until you start putting furniture down. So I have, and they made this really big. But again, this is where these people are making recreations, because we all are. But I'm really trying hard to mimic, because that's my fave. Oh, this is a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is more like... this big, but we're gonna have a pillar. So for our eyeballs purpose, this should probably match the windows. And then, yeah. So that's... I gotta scooch those in. Those stairs are about right, and then either we leave the stairs like this or I'll put a thing there. It might just look fine with a pillar. We'll see. Oh. Bot said not today. I clicked it, don't worry. Wonder if this would be totally flat in game. Is that Sims 4? It is Sims 4. Ooh, and it does have good lattice. It does look kind of flat on theirs, doesn't it? And then the back. This is where... Oh, okay, wait. So I have two Sims builds that two people created. And I just looked at... I searched Mercantile on the gallery and looked at some of the top ones and screenshot some so I would have some inspo. But I didn't want to literally copy their build. Because their build is already a copy based on what we're copying. You know what I mean? I'm just getting inspiration from everything. I think that's fine. They don't mess with terrain. So their back part doesn't have a door going out of it or anything. They just kept it closed off with windows. So they're not even messing with terrain on the back. No stairs, no doors, no nothing. They just have some windows. Which is always an option. And then this part has a different part because it's a shed. Okay. And then how did they do the side here? We have the doorway basically the same. Windows very similar. I don't know if it's like that in the picture, the real picture, but they put the like wood covering thing here. It actually looks really good. The like awning with wood under it. And then, oh, so they did this part only a 1x1. I'm having a hard time with that because I feel like it should be. And that's why it's throwing me off. But then what will that do to the other side? Let's see. I'm gonna test that. Do they live in the upstairs or the back? So the upstairs is where their bedrooms go, and the back part... Technically, like, this section is storage for the store. And then it goes pantry, kitchen, dining, and then, like, their parlor area. So they do have to go upstairs to the store to get upstairs. So they have a very funky, cool house situation. I think it's so fun. That's why I'm like, I just want to mimic this. I think that's cool. Now, okay, so in this recreation, this is a Sims recreation, they do make the upstairs bigger, because we might need the upstairs bigger for rooms. I don't know until I place beds. So instead of doing a slanted roof here, they pull this back because they need the room. Which I don't blame them, we might also need the room. But per the original build, actually let me look at the other Sims build first. Because how do they do the upstairs? I might have to copy that. So they give Nellie a giant room, which looks way bigger than her room in the show, so I wouldn't do that. And then they have a small room for the son. And then they have the parents here. And then a hallway. Yeah, they really changed their build for Sims for, like, reasons, I think. And then they have the bathroom on the back here. Because we're gonna have so much dead roof space, I may have to just pull that back like they did. Because there will have, like, no room for the house. No, here, let me show you... I didn't want to show you the pictures from other Sims people because I don't want you to think they're better than mine. But I'll show them so you see what I'm going for. Neither of theirs is a perfect representation, so I think mine's just gonna be a combination of everybody's, but I want to show you how they did this floor plan. Okay, I think it's important for those watching me build. This is a Sims copy of this. I respect the honesty. Look how they did this. So first, look at this. So see how they extended this? Actually, this picture's better. So they have... Let me show you a real picture too. Where'd the real picture go? So here's a real picture. Notice how the upstairs ends with this in like our build and their build. And then they have like dead roof space here. Now I don't know if in the real build, if this were real, because remember this is a set build. It's not even technically real. Your build sucks, yeah. In real life, that's probably some back storage if this were a real life build with stuff inside. Otherwise, in Sims, it would just be dead space. You could open up the wall and pretend to put stuff there, but... And then the window is under that. So I was trying to do that here in mine, because I'm trying to mimic the first, like the real build first. But for Sims purposes, holy tabs. For Sims purposes, they expanded theirs because once you make the upstairs, they're obviously making like Nellie and Willie's room. So this is Willie, this is parents, this is Nellie. Her room is not that big in the show. It doesn't need to be that big. Now they already have the toilet added on, which we weren't going to start with a toilet, but I want to add it later. So I want to make it like a closet in the beginning, and then later we can turn it into a toilet room. And then they have a small little hallway and everything. But I think they made it a little bit too big, but I think ours is also too small. Now, this is what the downstairs, because this is the floor plan like from the show, theoretically. So they go in here, and this is a parlor area. And then there's an archway to dining, and then they have their back little kitchen. And then this is storage for the store. But they also did their build different because there is no, like, door back here or anything. And I think in the real build, there's a door in the back. But that's where the terrain comes up to it, and they go out into terrain. They don't use stairs. You know, Sarah, that's why I always was like, we're going to start in a one-room cabin, and they're going to be poor and only have 2 outfits, and we're starting with 2 Sims. Because you know how easy it is to start? Very. Very. This is much more complicated. But, you know, it's fine. We got this. But let me show you. This is one person's recreation, right? Shouldn't the back door be in the kitchen? I think so, because kitchens would have that door. Because you'd want a door to go get wood. And if there's a fire. And notice how there's also a door on the kitchen. Where is the real picture again? Let's see. Let me grab my real picture tab. Let's see. So that's inside. So see how that's the door? This door goes into their parlor. I'll show you. The other build that I took screenshots of has the terrain raised, and it looks like it's functional. So this... Yeah. And I don't have inside pictures of these, because, I mean, you have to remember that this build was real on set, or like real in real life on the, you know, on real ground, like you could walk up to it, but the inside had nothing in it. So the sets only show like certain angles. But they make sense for the most part, like this part does make sense for the build. And then this part's that back part, which has access from the store, so we need to make sure it does have access, because they use that part a lot in the show. Does this picture show? What else was I trying to find? Oh, this. So, I don't have a picture of the real back of the place. Yeah, but there is a miniature with a picture. And this miniature is like a complete recreation, like almost perfect, of the actual build. Right? But they add like this on the back, but this would be into the kitchen, would it not? And the door must be in the kitchen, and then this is storage, but that is a very large door. I don't think you would need one that big for the kitchen. So I think I would just do a small one. And thank you for that follow, welcome in, and congrats on your gift sub. By the way, did I give your points, Math? Yeah, I think in The Sims it should be single tile, and the fact that I don't think we ever see that part in the show or anything. I would just do a single tile door. Is this a movie or what? Little House on the Prairie is a TV show based on books, based on a real story. So Laura Ingalls lived this, created it into books that were based on her life but not perfect, and then the show was based off the books, but the show even spins off. Because that's just, you know, how that all goes. So I'm heavily inspiring, like I'm mimicking our build on the Mercantile, but our playthrough is heavily inspired by Walnut Grove, but like I'm not going to be following like all the characters and stuff. We're still doing our own decades with our own Sims. Just this part. This is my inspo because I think it's fun. Hey, do you have a real? Have we found a real photo of the back? Let's see. Oh, here's another Sims version my mom found too. I saw this one on Google. I like seeing how everyone recreates it because we're all recreating it from the pictures we have from the show. And like, that's it. So, that's so cool, Toots. What's the name of it? Little House on the Prairie. Let me go back to these pictures. Oops, that's not the pictures. These. Okay, so this was the one recreation, which is very close, but they did change a lot of things. Now, we go through here, I put another one down. This is the other recreation, which I think this one mimics it even better, and I'll show you why. Notice they even have the lattice here, and they have the fence, and they have the stone here, so they mimicked all of that. So theirs back here is 2 tiles wide. You want your points to love? Let me do it before I forget. Perfect. They remove the books from schools. They remove every book from schools. Let's be real. Sim screenshots, I'm pretty sure that's the back. I'll go take a look at it. We need to go there and take lots of photos. That's the museum of it. If you go to where the lots were for the show, the outsides, they all got blown up. Because they only had that plot of land for 10 years, I think. And they had all of the shells built on it, and then they blew them all up when the show was done. For a grand finale, apparently. So this, notice how they made this part, they did make this part a little wider. There's literally video, because, Michael Landon, right? The guy who plays Charles, he also directed and wrote the show and everything. He wanted it to go out with a big bang, literally. So they actually blew up the houses, the, like, set pieces. And there's a video of them being blown up. And it's, like, a very sad, bittersweet thing. Oh. Yeah, well, and they only had 10 years, and then it was done, so... No spoilers, but it is part of the story at the end. Oh, no. Small red-haired girl, one that showed Air if I only had $1 for every time I said I looked like Laura Ingalls. I loved it. I love dressing up like that. I had that. The bonnet I have matches the dress, which I have the dress but it doesn't fit anymore. From when I was little, that came from the Laura Ingalls Museum. And then that's where the one doll comes from too. It has the written tag on it and everything. Alright, let's see. So they have the one window, I want to see how they built it. So see how they raised the terrain? If I were to raise terrain, we'd have to do it like this. I mean, I can make mine look better, but... because they don't even have... Notice how they took off the storage compartment. So both of these creators built it where it looks very close, but they still changed a lot of stuff. But they have it look this way here, and they kept theirs too wide. So it's like, everyone does a little different. And then see how they did this? Actually, wait, how did they do that? Is that the picture I got of that? Dang it. So they did what I am doing, where it cuts off here, and they use a roof with dead space. But that looks the closest. And this is the creator, this is what they did. Now that I'm showing you the pictures. Do you see how it looks like the stairs go? But it's just... shelves. But the shelves are obviously a very different size. It's very cool. They didn't want the sets used for stuff. Church wasn't blown out. The sets were used like real building. Had a facade in front. You didn't want the sets used for other stuff. Well, yeah, because they were just empty sets. They did all the actual shooting inside on a set. Like, they weren't on... The town was shells. They did all their filming in a studio on sets. I think they sized down the shelves at the top. I think so. But this part looks very close to the real one. They really tried to mimic it. So I like what they did there. And this. Because what's mine look like there? But they did... Is theirs a little bit bigger? They kept the one part wider. But they also didn't squish the windows together, which is what it looks like on the real one. Like, both of them have direct mimics of the real one, and then things they completely changed. Oops. No, thank you. So mine is closer to that, and I'm trying to mimic it even better. Now, how did they do upstairs? Notice their upstairs is not even what the Olesons really looked like either, but it looks like they're using only in-game stuff too. Because they have like a full-on bathroom, which... You know what, Mom? Where did they put the tub in their house? Because... They don't ever... Do they ever show a room with a tub? Because they don't have a barn to bathe in, so... Do they have a tub? Obviously no actual plumbing. And they don't have a toilet till later, but they must have a tub somewhere. Yeah. I don't think they even show that. I'm talking about like in the show. So like Laura and stuff, they would literally grab out a tub and they would either bathe outside or they'd bathe inside the barn and they'd bring water to it. They don't have indoor plumbing either, so they're not having running water, but they might have a tub inside. But I don't think they show it. And I won't give them a toilet till later. Yeah. They would have been bathed a lot. In comparison to the others. I don't think they ever bathe outside because they're in town. And they don't have a barn. They must have some room in there, theoretically, that would have a tub that they brought water to. CC piece to fill it for a few stairs. Yeah, or you can just leave it. Either one. That's interesting. But yeah, how did they do theirs? So this is the front, right? So they have the bedroom here. The stairs coming up. Wait, are there stairs backwards? See, they completely flipped the way theirs is, too. And that's where they worked set magic, because their downstairs is right. They have the stairs come here. Notice they left this really big here. For Sims purposes, I'm sure. But then... Yeah, so we just need to do the upstairs however we want. Huh. A washtub in the kitchen? Maybe they would have just bathed in their kitchen. Because you would want to be close to a water source, which would be out... Well, they probably had a water pump, I'm assuming. So maybe they would just be in the kitchen with a water pump. I don't think you'd want to drag that upstairs through the store. Yeah. Because how did they do the kitchen in this one? They did the kitchen really cute. Look how cute that is. That's where it gets tricky, because that's the stuff you don't know. Yeah, because you would want to heat up the water directly from the water pump, probably in the kitchen. Now, for Sims purposes, we might want to leave the tub out. We might want to make a little tub closet. That's the problem, because Sims can't bathe in front of each other and all of that, and it'll be a pain in our butt, but... Maybe we could take out a part of the storage area and make it a tub room for our Sims. Yeah, seriously, you're like in your bath towel, going up the stairs, dripping water as you go to bring the hot water from the kitchen all the way up to the bathroom. Oh boy. Oh, look at those shelves they use. That's creative. Yeah, for Sims reasons, I think a tub downstairs near the kitchen. Yeah. That's where the creative liberties do come in. That's storage. Hey, wait, that's a good idea. See, this is why looking at these stuff is good. Not to copy, but to get ideas. Storage room. If it was just storage, it would have no purpose for our Sims. But if we put woodworking and stuff, now it has purpose because there are things they can do in the room. We will make sure to put woodworking in there. That's good. Yeah, and they put a tiny bathroom down there too, but... That's basically where we should put the tub, essentially. Because we're not having plumbing yet. We'll put an outhouse out back, but... Okay, okay. And that's flipped. That's all very close to what it is in the show. Yeah, and then we can use this for their garden. We can also put a garden out back, too, if that's not enough room. And then they put, like, laundry out back, which... That's pretty smart. How does that laundry look like that? Wait a second. I downloaded this house, but I don't have CC, so that means that's in the game somewhere. Debug? I was about to say, that's not the laundry in the game. Huh, it's not CC because I don't have CC. Not build CC. Island living. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I literally downloaded these and placed them in my game and then took screenshots. Yeah, there are. I've used the more woodworking mods before too. Because they could even like sell the stuff. Alright, so then from here we have to take, yeah, like you said, creative liberty because we have to make it functional too. Where are my real screenshots again? We move them down here. This one. So I guess I need to realistically see how much room I have upstairs. You guys have like 10, 15 minutes maybe to finish goals if you want a giveaway, by the way. Mom, thank you for the bits.
Coffee.
Alright, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna add those to coffee. They do rose. Yeah, I've used that before. Those ones are nice. Although now we're in a house where they can have colored clothes, technically. It'd be cute to have one that was like hung up dresses and stuff. Okay. Cool. I added that to coffee, right? I think so. Jenny, rip. Every time. Someday you'll get it. Oh my goodness. Because let me see if this, some of this I'll try to, I don't know if I'll have time tonight. I guess I don't know. I never have time for anything. That's how it feels. This would be the archway here, and that's where like this is a little bit small, but yeah. And that's where we may need to expand the upstairs too. I will just have to take time tonight to work on this. Because then, if I got the base of this already, then we could start building the base. Like, the school will be easy. The base of the school is a box. It'll be fantastic. The base of the church is a box. It'll be great. A stable is a stable is a stable is a stable. So, this is the hardest build on the whole thing. The rest will not be too bad. In Walnut Grove, they used the church for the school and the school for the church. But we're going to do two because I don't want to have to change how they're set up. I wouldn't want to have them like, oh, let's play school, but it's set up as a church, and we'd have to change the whole thing. Like, no thanks. So they're gonna have two, and we have plenty of room on the lot, so... One day. Yeah, it's kind of gonna have to be like that, then. Or maybe like this. Depending on how big we need. So this, yeah, okay. Well, we can always pull this out one, too. Because this part's its own section. And then the roofing, I don't know. How big, theoretically, is this up here? And where are the stairs at? Let me put the stairs back. Do the stairs even hit where they're supposed to right now, or do I have this messed up? Hold up, wait a minute. So stairs would go there because we would have... Let's grab a door. This would go back here. Which, yeah, this part's really small then, isn't it? But, I mean, per the show, that is correct. And Sims can still use that, I think. Now, where does this hit upstairs? Oh, no, that's good. Now... Okay. There is a part of Little House, and this is where it's like, there's so many episodes, so to go through them all and find where it's at is so hard, but there is a part where they come upstairs and they turn, and you can see the hallway. So they, like, come upstairs here and they turn, and, like, Nellie's bedroom's, like, over here, and, like, Willie's is here and the parents' is there. Or something like that. There is an episode where they do that. You can see their hallway. I need to find that episode. That would help to know where the bedrooms go. Now, for us, we'll just create, you know, hopefully 3 bedrooms. I may have to expand this. Nellie gets hurt. Do you have these memorized? Man, I aspire to be that into it. Yeah, they like... Or the one, isn't the... It's like nighttime and Willie is... Someone's sneaking out. Something. Because they're in their pajamas. There might be a few episodes, too. But it shows the hallway briefly, and I feel like, yeah, it's like a door here, here, and here. And then I assume, just like the one did, the bathroom probably gets put here later, which will start it as a closet. So we may have to scrap the idea that there's a roof here. And just use the extra tiles. I may need them. Yeah. Nelson meets his sister again? I may need to go on a screenshot hunt. Because then you could assume that this is like this, but then, yeah, that is gonna be weird. Unless that's the bathroom, but then how the heck are they fitting 3? I believe it's season 6. Well, that's gonna be fun to figure out, isn't it? Let me take a look at what the roofs are going to look like, because what are we at? We have a few minutes. What time is it? 8? Okay. I'm going to test a roof. I know, remember when Nick built the full house and he realized, like, wait, a lot of this doesn't make sense because sets, man, sets. I'm not even on season 6, so that's probably why I don't even know those ones. Because we are on season 5. Okay, let's see what this will look like. So, theoretically, now don't mind the roofs because they're not going to be perfect right now. I'm just placing them to what they kind of will look like. Oops. Okay. So theoretically, they have a roof there. Now, for the real house, this is where they have the roof here that goes down into the other roof, which then the back photo of the house is the one, recreation one. Actually, let me go see what Sarah sent earlier, too. Sims screenshots. I don't even know what that picture is, Sarah. I don't think that's the back of their house. 'Cause this goes like this. If I were to create it like the real one. Let's just see what it would be like. And then obviously you'd have to make this not, you know, do that. You'd fix that and angle it and whatever. But then this thing has its own slanted roof, which is what makes the top part go up until about halfway. And then it goes like that. Can I make that smaller? I don't... Or would you go like that? Oh, yeah. Ooh, ooh. I know how to make roofs. Hello. And then, the very, very back. Not now, puppy. Mama's on a roll. No, puppy. No, 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 no. Where's this one? This is like that, and then this slants, yes. And then they have a little roof this way. Puppy? Hey, not right now, okay? You're all set. I will feed you in a bit. This one's interesting, because wait. Oh, I see. Can you even do that in the game? This is like this. Across the whole back. Wow, wait, that actually looks just like the picture. What the heck? But then... I don't know if you can do that in the game. I mean, you could. You could make these two different pieces and you could... Ooh. Her next B-Box? Is it April? Probably sometime mid-April. It depends on when they ship them. Normally it's about middle of April. Wait. Good luck, Court. Thanks for hanging out. If you separate these... Right now I'm doing a mimic. We can always do the thing where we may have to expand the house and take out the weird piece. I am. Just a little bit longer, Nick. Let's see. And then I need to eat and edit and probably keep working on the build on my own. This. You'd have to get it matched up. There you go. It's like a puzzle piece up in here. Now this is where, can you do this in Sims is the question. They have it like... Yeah, you can. It's just gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. You would have to somehow match those, but... If you figured out how to get those to match... And then they actually... Wow, okay, so this actually goes even closer. Okay, okay, okay. So if you could get... I don't know how you would. Wait, oh, oh! Nobody move! It worked. Votes go to awe. Ah. 50, okay. Puppy, not now, baby girl. I will tend to you in a moment. And then this would have to... I don't know how you would do that bit to make it not that. Maybe bring that... I don't know what you would do there, but that part worked. And then they have a separate awning over this. It's just awning on awning. Oops, I don't have it pulled over. Wait, that might help. Hold on. And then this would shift. Okay. Can you shift close this more? Oh, but then it's not separated. But then can you shift? Oh! And then... I am now a certified roofer in The Sims. I have tears in my eyes. Save the game! What? Listen, if you play Sims, you know how pain roofs are, especially if you're trying to make anything crafty. Wow. Now, we cannot change the size of this build ever again. What? Like I said, there is an ugly little awning here. But it's part of it. It's this little... Hold on. Put this here. Oops. It's like a 1x1. A really, really tiny awning. Oh, do I need to make that a room? That's it! You're not changing the size! Yep, this will do. Thank you, everybody. Now, this is where it gets weird, too, because... It depends on if I'm doing a double awning or not. That wouldn't be too hard to change. But let's say we're doing a double cause Sims. Hello? There. Let's say we're doing a double because Sims. You could... Yeah. It's basically like that. And then they have like a little, pillar and stuff. And then the pillar holds that up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you finish bit goal, it's a bit, and I would give you a few minutes here, but you'd have to be pretty quick. We would do our giveaway. Wow. And then is this... Wait. I mean... I don't even think that matches up in the real thing anyways, so you could make this match, but... You could always go like that. There you go. That would blend it in. Oops. Ah, this one. That would give it a little blendy blend. Oh my goodness. And then, yeah, your pillars and... Wow. You want me to show you why that's so perfect? Here, look at this picture. Let me zoom in and I'll share my screen. There we go. Oh my gosh, I don't know how that just worked. I had to do that. But mind you, the other side of the roof is not like that. So I had to make it separate because the back of the roof is this. And as you see, like, this is higher than this because that slopes forward, and then this is here. Ooh. That was magical. Oh, did I lose the stairs here? Wait. And then is that... Yeah, for Sims purposes, that might even have to be pulled out one more. Well, it might work. It'd be very close. Dang. Well, I'm happy with that so far. Really, then, for the, like, the shell of the rest of this is getting the pillars down and the little, spandrel thingies. And then figure out how to do the floor plan and if we really do need to pull it back at all. Because even with the roof like this, if we just delete this part and make the building go back to, we can, and it won't screw up the rest of the roof. If we want more room up here, which we very well might. And then the back room, Same thing. If we need more room, we can pull the whole thing out one, and it shouldn't ruin my roof. I could pull the roof out. And this could even be pulled out one that way. Because the roof, as long as we don't change the pitch of the roof, right, we're good. I won't have to mess with those. This... No, that one's fine too. Yeah, and then this, we can still make smaller. We just have to move in the front. But I think the size of this is good. The only other thing you could do is, I guess... No, because if you made this smaller, it's going to make the upstairs smaller too. I feel like this is right. Because when you are a sim size, and you come in... It's a small store, but it's supposed to be. But that feels like Little House size when they're in the store. Once these have, like, stuff there, you can just kind of walk through. And then there's, like, a counter back here you can walk through. And you can walk through. You can walk through. Yeah. I don't think we'd want it smaller. And you want to walk in front of here. You want to be able to walk through there. And this would take you into here. And then as long as they can fit behind the counter here, which I may have to move them, we'll see. We'll have to test it. And then this will have a door to go... Where is that? Here? I think the door will go here then for this room. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's like perfect. And then out here you'd have the front porch once we get the, you know, pillars. And they should be able to functionally move on it, because there's no siding, there'll just be pillars. And then this goes into the back room. Think it's pretty dang good if I do say so myself. This. No, wait. No, it's not. No, just the house. There we go. Because, like, I just want to see, like, what if it... I feel like on the corner it could be so cute. But at the same time, this tree's here. But, I mean, honestly, it adds some realism, I guess. But also... It could look really good in the back corner, even. How do I give bits? You buy bits on Twitch, and then you can cheer and chat. You can, like, click them in the bit thingy. Or you can also type it, yeah. Because we could also put it... They would need some backyard. And we want to make room, because someday, assuming we stay in this, they're going to want to be able to expand. It might look good in that corner, even. I'm trying to think. Because then if we have, like, the stable over here... And, like... Because I almost feel like we should make all the buildings turn in on each other. You know what I mean? Like, let's say the school was here. You'd have it face in. If you put something on a diagonal, you could put it facing in. Like, what if the church was on a diagonal here? And then it would be, like, diagonal from the stairs, even? And then the stable, and then the school with, like, a little, you know... outside part for the kids. I feel like it could be cool. That's the other part I'm gonna be so stumped on. How are we laying this out? I don't know. I feel like it should be faced in. The front of the lot is here. So, like, when we load in, it will be like this. Yes, because roses are all, like, turned in on each other, too. Because even though this is, like... all town, all of those lots are town, plus the middle part that we can't touch. It's kind of like 3 separate town squares. Because that's just how it works for our Sims, but with the paths and everything, I think it will work really well. So, I think they should all kind of be in on each other, and that's how Rose built hers, which was, like, what I wanted. So ours needs to, too. And then we're gonna have room on the lot too, but that's a good thing, because if we want to expand things or change things or anything, like, we can. And it is the main lot. I also don't want to clutter it too much, only for lag purposes, but hopefully it will be okay. And it will also be an actual business lot, which will be interesting with the other builds, but I think as long as you don't set anything for sale in the other builds, it'll be fine. And if people are walking through the other builds, it doesn't matter, because it'll look like they're in town. That's why it's, like, totally fine to have this be a business lot, too. I hope that mod works. I really do. Otherwise, my idea, if that mod doesn't work, or if it breaks at all, or anything like that, is putting out those garage sale tables. And just having them buy stuff off those, but that wouldn't be as fun. It'd be more fun to have this be a functional business, with the business tab and stuff. Because I don't really play with businesses. The only time we played with a business was the, oops. It was the Christmas store lot. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just, Oh, speaking of that, are they gonna go upstairs in our house? I guess we could at least lock their bedroom doors. I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't mind if they go on the other lots. Because if they, like, wanted to go into church or something, like, I guess they totally could. But we will have to lock certain doors on our lot. So I guess if these doors were locked, this door is locked, we need a door here that's locked. The only thing is that they could go upstairs. But we could lock the bedroom doors, so if they went upstairs, like, whatever. Thank you guys for watching today. Thanks for hanging out. We started our build. Emote vote begun. We'll continue emote vote, and we'll continue this build and everything tomorrow. I'm gonna try to work on some off stream, but if I don't get to it, we can work on it tomorrow, because it's already 9 o'clock. But it's gonna be good. We have the shell down. We'll just kind of fine-tune how we're gonna do the rooms and stuff. It'll be good. We got this. It'll be fine. And then we'll build everything else, too. And then we'll play the game. And it's gonna be fantastic. But I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a great rest of your days.